Hey guys, welcome to the video for you guys. In today's video, we're going to show you how to fix your phone if your iPhone is dead, won't turn off, or is frozen and you can't use it. Now, there's a couple easy fixes to fix this problem. We're going to walk you through the steps and at the end also give you some other tip if it still doesn't work for you. So let's get started. So generally when your iPhone is dead, is first thing to think about, does it have enough charge? Sometimes the phone doesn't have enough charge, so first thing is of course go ahead and charge it. I know it sounds really simple, but it could be simple as that. Now while you're going to charge it, there's a couple things you want to check if you're charging it correctly. Sometimes you want to check out your cable in the box to ensure that they are working. Sometimes if they're damaged, they might not actually be charging your phone. So if it's dead, of course it's not going to turn on without the charge. So inspect your cable. If you have a different cable, try it out with a different cable, but make sure that there's no tear or broken pieces. These Apple cables are generally usually really fragile and they can get damaged and not charge your phone. So first thing is check out the charger itself. Now after you tested out the charger, the other thing you can also do is that maybe your charge port is actually not working or there's some dust and buildup. What you want to do is try to clean it out. So I recommend using maybe like air Kelensol or some kind of pick something small enough to pick out the dust and the dirt inside. Sometimes over time, as it stays on your pocket, you're moving around, all of the buildup can actually block the connectors, which you won't be able to charge. A good thing to do is, let's say maybe your charge port is broken completely and it doesn't work, is that if you have an iPhone 8 and above, you can use a wireless charger to charge it as well, because there's a magnetic strip to charge it. That will also help. If your charge port isn't working, go ahead and try to see if it charges like that and give it about 5 to 10 minutes generally will allow the phone to hopefully charge again and restart, because once it's charging, it'll automatically restart it as well. Now after you have tested those and it's still not working, it's time to try this sequence of step, which is called a forced restart, and it's going to be one of the go-to troubleshooting steps we recommend doing, and it will pretty much make sure your phone turns on if it's for some reason it's just dead like this. So in order to do that, you're going to press and release the volume up, press and release the volume down. So you want to do one after another, volume up and then volume down, one after another, and then you're going to hold this big side button until the screen turns completely on. So I'm going to do volume up, volume down, and then I hold the side button. As you can see here, the side button, you might have to hold it for a few seconds and you should see the Apple logo, and hopefully now your iPhone is working for you. Now, if you have an iPhone, this will work for iPhone 8 and above. Let's say if you have an older iPhone like the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus, what you would want to do is hold the power button and the volume down button at the same time for about 10 seconds or so, or until you see the Apple logo. If you have iPhone 6s or older, you're going to hold that power button and the home button itself for about 10 seconds or so, or until you see the Apple logo. And again, this forced restart will not delete any of your personal data, apps, photos, videos, everything will be there. It will simply get the phone to restart again in a way that it's a clean restart, so that if it was dead for some reason that you don't know, maybe you did a software update or somehow it just shut down, it will hopefully resolve that for you. Now, other thing I recommend is if it's still not working and still kind of dead, as you will, or doesn't turn on, is if your phone is an ideal temperature. Let's say it's an extreme cold weather you're in, sometimes that will prevent the phone from turning on. The other thing is if you're in extreme hot weather, it also won't be able to turn on because of the heat situation, so you have to wait till it cools down. And lastly, the other thing you can do is that if you have a phone and it doesn't turn on, is trying to connect it to your computer. So what you'll do is connect it here, and then once you do that, you're going to take it to your phone. If you have a newer MacBook, you can use the Finder to connect it, and then it will allow you to either do a software update or actually turn on. Other thing you can do, if you have a PC or older MacBook, you can download the iTunes app, which allows you to, if you Google search iTunes.com, it's a free app basically from Apple to troubleshoot your iPhone. You can pretty much go ahead and download that for whatever computer type you have, whether you have Windows or from Microsoft Store, and then go through the process. When you connect it, it will detect the phone and ask you to set it up, which we just go over in another video. If you guys want to check that video out, we'll leave a link in the description or the comment section for you guys on that. And lastly, if none of these are working for you and your phone is completely dead, and most likely would be it's that there's a damage going on that's kind of a hardware related issue. For example, usually if a phone gets water damage, it will not turn on. Other thing is if it has a major fall where it kind of disconnected the LCD, maybe that might be another issue. But in that case, I would recommend going into Apple Store to their diagnostic where they can do a proper diagnostic for you if none of these solutions help. So I hope this video was helpful. If so, please make sure to like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time.